I'm here with Stephan of Lithium, in line with the comments we've heard from Gianni about copper and the exciting prospects for electric vehicles and battery metals. Martin, can you explain what's happening in the German automobile sector from an electric vehicle perspective?
Very interesting things have happened in the last weeks or months because it's not a secret that the German car industry was not an industry which was really state of the art when it comes to going full electric or using batteries, because our car makers really make a lot of profits and money with combustion engines. So there was a saying that maybe the German car makers will be too late or will not be in a position to have the technology which is needed to finally go full electric. As it turns out, the opposite seems to be the fact. VW, because out of Dieselgate, where they lost a lot of trust and faith by their customers, have already decided to move strongly ahead with new models and maybe even with an own battery cell manufacturing plant. And BMW and Daimler, for the first time, have combined their power, in this case in the car sharing industry, where they decided to step away from the idea that this generation has to buy a car, because this generation is no longer buying cars. So they give the cars away in a sharing model for everyone who just want to have access to cars. This is a huge development, which is, I think, makes a huge difference for the future.
So the millennial audience has changed. My generation liked to buy cars, particularly BMWs, of course. So the millennials now, they're just simply not buying cars, they're happy to rent or to share?
Yeah, that's an important part. So all overall car sales all over the world maybe have peaked with 100 million and can go lower, will go lower. It looks like even China and the US have turned to the lower part. But of course, cars are used, but in a different model. So it's important to address this. And of course, what will come up is that the electric vehicles will strongly push in this market, much stronger than anticipated by many analysts, especially in Europe. This is a huge change.
Things that scare investors, I believe, are not so much electric vehicles or battery technology, it's the absence of charging stations when they go for a run in the country. How do you see that progressing? Will every house in the future have a charging station?
No, this will not be possible that every household will have its own charging station. What will be one charging possibility which will be very strongly in the future is to use these kind of inductive charging by just going with your car to a platform where, without any coiling, without any connections, with a 15 centimeter difference, the charging of the car will take place. This will be, I think, a new technology which will be adopted by all cars, all industries. We have the chance to really plug it or to use this kind of technology.
So anywhere where a car is stationary, there could in theory be a charging point beneath the cars. Is the European automobile sector concerned that the mining industry is not going to deliver the required metals?
This is a very good question. And the answer is, to some extent, no. The industry is not very concerned. Germany is a very green country, has developed in one of the greenest countries on earth. The green mindset is inside the people. This had a reaction by our companies like ThyssenKrupp, who once owned iron ore mines. They have sold everything which is dirty, like mining, in the last 20 years. And their view is the world market will heal whatever they need. They will get the stuff out of the world market. But as it turns out, they're learning fast. VW tried to for example, to get a huge amount of cobalt for building battery cells, and they made an offer to the market which was so rude and so special when it comes to the conditions they would like to have the stuff, that the market reacted by saying, hey guys, this is not your world any longer, this is our world. Stick with our ideas. Your ideas are not in a way interesting for us. So they're learning that there could be a problem. Officially, BMW and Daimler-Benz and even VW have huge contract with CATL out of China to get battery cells. They would love to do the battery packs by themselves, but use the cells as a resource. As we think, this can be a problem if CATL will be maybe in a position not to deliver as much stuff which is needed. And not because they are not in a position to, but Beijing government, as we know out of rare earth, sometimes has ideas about export quotas and other export taxes. So there could be a chance that this is not even possible by legislation.
It's a good place to end it. Thank you, Martin.
You're welcome. Thanks.